Hi everyone, thanks for joining today. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Sarah. I make a video once a week about beauty, so makeup, skincare, hair care, that kind of thing, and mostly doing it more on a budget and being very conscientious of our spending and our usage. So today I wanted to put together 7 things that I am loving right now for spring and that are really getting me in the spring mood, and I just wanted to share them with you. So if you want to see what those 7 things are, then just keep watching. All right, so before we get started, shout out to my sweatshirt. This is like a Free People dupe. I will put the Free People one on the screen so that you can compare. And I'll also put the price of that one. This is from Amazon and is much more affordable, so I will have it linked below if you're interested. So the first category of things that I'm loving for spring right now is my base products, specifically glowy base products. So the first thing I have to share is a glowy sunscreen. This is the Naturium Dew Glow Moisturizer that has SPF 50. And I just really like this. I like that it has SPF 50. It rubs in really well. And since it's technically a moisturizer with the SPF, I just feel like it actually has that moisturizing quality and isn't drying, but also is not greasy. And it adds that little bit of glow for my base makeup. And I can wear it on its own. It also wears well under makeup. It ticks all the boxes for me. So I highly recommend. And then for other glowy base products, I also have been using 2 others that I have. I have this e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer, Luminous version, and I don't want to show it to you because I am currently trying to use it up. This is a mini, and so I don't want to spoil the progress on that. But the other one I've been using is the Saie Glow. I can't remember what this is called. The Star Glow, the Saie Star Glow. And this is just a mini size. I got this at Sephora in one of the Sephora sales, maybe like 6 or 9 months ago. And I think getting the mini size is perfect if you're definitely not going to use it like every single day. And it's not necessarily a primer, it's more just like a glowy base. I don't really notice any primer qualities in this, but it does add a nice glow to start my makeup, or you can mix it in with your foundation to make your foundation more glowy. So those are just 3 glowy base products that I'm really enjoying right now. The next thing that I'm really liking is a lighter coverage foundation, so using like a skin tint. And the one that I have right now is from Glossier. It's the Perfecting Skin Tint, and it just comes in a little squeezy bottle. And I have the shade G11. So if you just want reference, this is just a much lighter coverage. In the winter, I tend to lean more towards medium to full coverage for some reason. In the summer and spring, I want the lighter coverage because we're outside more, maybe we're sweating more. We don't want it to look as heavy. We want to feel lighter and like our skin is breathing. And so a skin tint can be really great for that. I really like this one, but I think I'm probably maybe half of the way through. And when I'm done, I want to seek out some drugstore options because there are a lot more drugstore skin tints available now than there have been before. I feel like that's one of the products that really made its way into the drugstore realm. So I think I've read that maybe like Wet n Wild has one that's really good actually. So I think that might be what I pick up next when I'm ready for a new skin tint. But in that same vein of lighter coverage, I also want the same thing from my concealer. So I have been picking up my Tower 28 Serum Concealer a little bit more frequently now. It's not in my everyday makeup drawer at the moment, but I have found myself reaching for it on days where I don't want to be wearing as much makeup, but I still want to be a little more put together. So like the weekends, if I'm just gonna go out and run some quick errands, this is what I grab because it still conceals under my eyes, but then I can do some little blemishes around my face and that's it. I don't even need the skin tint or a foundation. It just kind of blends in really well because it's a thinner, more light coverage and looks quite natural. I have the shade K-Town. I think this will be okay into summer. I don't know if it will become too light for me, but so far it's working really well and I really enjoy this. This time of year, it's also really fun to get into some more bright colors, especially with our blush. So I have 3 bright pops of color blushes that I have been using and wanting to grab for more often. And the first is the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blush. So it's also got that glowy factor to it. And this is in Isla del Sol. And it looks really bright. I mean, it is bright, but once you blend it out, it can look kind of more natural and it blends out really well. I got this last summer, I believe, like kind of towards the end, so I don't have a ton of usage on it. So I'm really excited to pull this out and use it more as the weather gets a little warmer. The second one I have is one that I used for most of last summer and really enjoyed, and it's the Tower 28 blush in Happy Hour. But again, really love this one. This is what I have on my cheeks today, so it's definitely more color than I typically have been wearing on my cheeks, but it's just a fun, super bright pink. So this is more of a pink. This one was a little more of that corally orange. And then for a different kind of vibrant color, I have also been using the Glossier Cloud Paint in Puff. And this is just a really like kind of bright cotton candy pink. So this is in my everyday makeup drawer right now. I just felt like this was a good transition color to get into spring, but I definitely feel myself gravitating towards the brighter ones in the coming months. So that is really exciting. So if you've been watching any of my project panning videos, which I will have that playlist linked below, I am doing an eyeshadow project pan this year as well, but I'm not letting that completely deter me from using other shadows in my collection when I feel the desire to do so. So recently, because it's spring, and like I said, I have those days like on the weekend or running errands when I just want some lighter makeup, something that looks really light and fresh and just, you know, kind of effortless. I've been grabbing for just like these lighter shades of eyeshadow. In particular, I've been grabbing for these two e.l.f. quads. These are the bite-size quads. I have Cream and Sugar and Rose Water. And then I also have been topping it with the e.l.f. Finest Fleck eyeshadow. And this is in Champagne Showers. So I actually am wearing Cream and Sugar on my lids today. And then I have the Champagne Showers just tapped in the center as a topper. And I just think it adds that nice little glow. It kind of, we're getting into the time of year where we want to look a little more glowy and bronzy overall. I'm not tan yet, but I think it just looks a little more natural, but still has that little bit of sheen and put togetherness while being really simple. These are also great for travel because they're so small. So that's something I'm keeping in mind as summer kicks in and we might be taking some more trips. So those are great, very affordable, and I have enjoyed all of the bite-sized quads that I've bought from e.l.f. All right, so we are on to number 6, and that is gonna be some lip oils. Again, these are from e.l.f. I swear this is not like I have other things besides e.l.f., but they honestly just have so many fun items that are super affordable and kind of trendy, but also work really well that I do tend to buy a lot of the e.l.f. products once I see that they're worth it. So I do have 3 e.l.f. lip oils. These are also just super easy to grab for. I've been keeping one in my everyday drawer to just put on in the morning, and then sometimes I'll just also grab it and throw it in my purse to put on throughout the day. So they don't necessarily add a ton of color payoff as you see here, but they add that moisturization, they add that sheen and that glow. And so on days when I want kind of that lighter, more refreshed look, I'll just take like a more pink toned lip liner, like this NYX one in Ever, and just kind of line and lightly fill in my lips and then just put one on top. So today I did that and I put pink quartz. I put the pink quartz on top. And like, it's nothing to write home about, honestly, but these of the lip oils, I feel like these are by far the most affordable and I think have a really nice effect and like feel really good. So I recommend those and I've been really enjoying those this time of year. And last but not least, something that I've been grabbing for more recently, mostly because I finally used up a different version of this that I did not enjoy, is dry shampoo. And I have been getting back into the Batiste dry shampoo, just the original. This is a tried and true. I usually go back to this after trying out a few others. This, and I like the Tresemme one as well, but this one I typically can find on sale or like buy one, get one free occasionally. So I've just been getting back in this, especially in the spring and summer when maybe I'm spending more time outdoors. and I just want to like kind of give my hair a little refresh or a zhuzh before I go somewhere or do something else or run an errand. It's super easy to grab a dry shampoo, spray it, rub it in, fluff up, and be on our way. So I have been really enjoying that. And again, I love how affordable this is. You can get this at like Ulta or like the drugstore, Target, wherever you shop. It's going to be there, and it's going to be more affordable than some of the higher end ones that I think work just the same. So that is 7 things that I am loving right now. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this inspired you. Shop your stash and see if you have anything like this already in your collection that you could grab out and start using to kind of refresh your makeup routine, reinvent your makeup routine for the season, and just start getting into those spring vibes. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. I really appreciate seeing that, and it also helps my channel. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're updated of all of my upcoming videos, and I will see you all next week. Bye.